Hello guys, welcome to another video and welcome to the channel. Today we have here this awesome and amazing Alfa Romeo 166 with a truly awesome 3.2 liter V6 engine, the mythical Busso one. But today the video is for the shock absorbers, and for that we have to take out the back seat and the seat rest. And also there, this cover area over here on the inside to reach the top mounts that are underneath over there. So the access is not from the boot, like it is, for example, on the 164 and the 156 and so many other models. On this case here, you have to remove everything, just like a Toyota, for example, okay? Now, like we know by now, I have a lot of 166s here in my home, in my work, but I only did about once or twice this job. And on previous attempts, it was very difficult to remove the shock absorber because the force on this area over here is immense. But as you can remember, the video that I did on another 166 for the control arms on the rear, I did found out that the secret of this suspension is to lower the subframe. It's truly very easy to do, and in this way no longer a force is being applied here on this area. It's completely loose, okay? So it's very easy now to remove this bottom part of the shock absorber. But for the top mount, you really have to take everything out. This car over here, as you can see, has a lot of rust. It was a recent importation from Germany or somewhere around that area, okay? And I do have a lot of rust, but nothing so far that deserves special attention. But I have there that thing to remove, okay? So one thing that you have to have in mind is the 4 bolts that hold down the subframe. They are like this. This one's still not very bad, but they are still available from factory. If they are not, because I'm waiting for them for about a month now, if they are not, the bolts for the Giulietta diesel ones are very similar and you can use them instead for the engine mount near the timing belt. So over here, if you need a video for how to replace here the rear caliper and the brakes and the rotors and whatnot, it is exactly the same thing as on the 156 and 147 and GT, and I do have a video for that, including retrieving here with difficulty the pistons, okay, for the handbrake. On the back side over here, you have a 16mm bolt over here. This one over here, this 10 one, you do not need to worry about it. And you want to remove here this brake hose, okay? Just remove here the bolt, okay? Next, you want to push the shock absorber out. If you do not lower the subframe, this operation over here will be very difficult, and you will scrape everything over here on the back side of the car, on the frame over there. So this way is really much easier. Now here on the bottom of the seat, just like on the 159, you want to push it up, okay? This is a little bit easier than the 159, and it will not damage here the latch. On that other side, the same thing. Up it goes. Now here on the bottom of this seat rest, you have here a bolt over there, here, another one over there, and maybe something here on the middle, but let's see, okay? Let's see what happens. Then if I recall, I have to pull up the seat, if I recall, and go from there. 13mm head bolt. It was loose. Save the bolt somewhere. The other side, the same thing. On these light color cars, on the interiors, make sure your hands and tools are clean, or the best you can clean, and keep a rag nearby to clean everything up. So out, and then maybe up. Maybe on the back side of the car, maybe I have a nut or a bolt on the trunk of the car. Let's give it one more push to make sure, because I think it is moving. Yes, it is. Now out. On the 156, yes, you have a nut or two on the other side. You have to take out here this seat belt area, yeah, or you can pass it through, yeah, you pass it through. On this job, the worst thing was the subframe thing. No, the subframe is very easy to lower down, but without lowering it down, it is really a nightmare to replace here the shocks. But like this is really much easier. The car is to be painted on the outside, so you can take advantage of the space available on the top, on the outside of the car, to store your seats. So no problems with that. If it was not the case, I will put the seats elsewhere, okay? So now what you want to do is to take out here this cover, and for that you have here these clips over here. They are screwed in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And for the seat belts you have here a area where you can insert out the seat belt. For the third stoplight over there, maybe we can do it by raising this up a little bit and removing the connection over there. Really, I cannot recall, because I want to avoid messing with that, because normally that is very fragile and I do not want to break anything, okay? But if it is not possible, I'll show you how to do that, okay? Just take out here these covers, take out the bolts, and it will come out. We also have to take out here this speaker cover, and if you have speakers, you have to remove them because of the connections. In here I have the buzzer for the parking sensors, that I have to take out the wire for that, okay, the connection. And on that side I believe nothing. But let's see here step by step what we can find, okay? Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep your feet off the center tunnel, because it has a plastic cover and it will break. It is also the same on the Lancicapa. I had one and I broke it with my knee while doing some maneuvers inside of the car when I was younger. Now these clips over here may be a pain to remove, but be patient, okay? Try to remove them in one piece, or two pieces in this case. This one is breaking. They have 20 years after all. It's coming out. Yay! So turns out we have to go here to the back side of the car, to the trunk, and you have a nut over there and one more over there. They may be protected by a small plastic like cap, because if you want to reach it with your hands to grab a bag or something, not to harm yourself, okay? So one over there, one over there, over there, over there. You may be able to reach the... Okay, let's go one step at a time, okay? You saw there on the center area where you have the first, when you have the rescue equipment, that you have a bolt with a 4mm head, interior X. Again, let's see if it moves or how much it moves. You may want to take out here these covers. time for this. Oh yes.
Consegui dar mais uma volta. Mas foi só uma volta.
Now you want to raise up here this area where you have the stud, and on that side too. Or push it out on the other side. Like this. Same thing on this side. Maybe pull it a little bit towards you. Try not to push too much. Third, the stoplight over there. What he wants to do now. Let's do here the seat belts. Do the same thing on the other ones. It's a shame that this 166 was not released into the United States, because the quality is very, very superior than on the 164, and I think it would have been a great success for the brand, but what do I know, right? The wire for the third stoplight is it's not stretched, it's good, but in the meantime I have to address that. You have to remove it because I have another box, if I recall. Yeah, you have to take out the third stoplight, but now it's much easier because the thing is much near you. Yeah. So this is a 2.5mm hex wrench. So you have 2 bolts to do, and underneath here you have a module. I think is for the RF system for the remote key. Okay, but in this way you can have a full tutorial of all of this area. Can you see? You have a clip over there. Pull it towards you, maybe. Yeah, like this. Here you go. Now you have the connector, just like the 156. I think it's the same part number. Take advantage of this to replace off the light bulbs, okay? I have a video for that. If you want to know, it is down on the description. Sometimes this is all broken. This one is always broken. Yeah, this is the antenna over here. And now you have here the connector. And here you go. Okay. Now where is it? It's still not here yet. So you remove here this to one side and nothing. So you have to take out here the seat belt. By the way, you have here the connection for the loom that goes to the trunk. If you need to repair it or to replace it, this is the connection for it. On newer cars, that connection does not exist. It is all one loom with the entire car. Okay, so take out here this 2 volts, I believe, 2 or 3 volts, to take out here this device to one side. Okay. Do the same thing on the other side, of course. Of course, if you are working on both sides of the car. Make sure not to lose the washer. It is a special one. Turns out it is 3 volts, not 2. Make sure not to lose the washer. Ooh. The bolts may not come out because they have a nylon washer on the back side, not to get lost. So I will respect that and save the bolts like this. Now take out here the high density foam. To a side. And here it is. Really nice. Now I will take out the 3 nuts and the washers. And I will not do the center bolt. I like to take out everything in one go. Besides, I want to inspect this top mount because it seems to be very crusty and I have new ones to put in if necessary. And it's less dangerous to do it like this also, so yes, I will. One good thing of having here the top mount going into the interior of the car is that little to no corrosion will affect the condition of this. So this appears very good, but on the outside it is really crusty. You have 2 washers per nut. So a total of 6 washers. Of course, do the same thing on the other side of the car. Now the weight of the subframe is pulling this down. Whoa, here it goes. So probably we have to hold down the subframe with something like a jack stand or something to avoid this, okay? So a jack stand like this will be enough. Make sure none of the wiring is making a lot of force. This hoses here will be new, so no worries about that. And just take out here the shock absorber. So here you have it. Possibly I will not need to take out anything because I asked for the shock absorbers, the springs, because they will crack over there and there and there. They will break. The top mount is like this, as you can see. The thing that I may have to recover is the rubber over here. I asked for a new one, but it may not be available. And the mount on the inside, I do not recall how it is, if it separates or not. Okay, let's see when everything arrives what can I do, but possibly everything is going to the trash. Hello, this is not for, this is not, I'm not sick. This is just a sandstorm that is coming in from Africa and everything is very bad. So we have here shocks, springs, top mounts, bump stops and everything else, okay? Well, it has been about 4 months since the last clip to find the top mounts. I have it. And to find the bump stops. This is not it. This is for the front. For the back is impossible to find. Well, I have several, but and they say that they work, but they do not. And for the boot, also not available. What I will do on the other shock, I was able to take it to reuse the boot. It was not torn. Okay. Now on this side, it is completely torn. So what I'll try to do, I can try to use another boot, right, for another car. And I did try a bunch, but I was not able to find any. So, alright, Marcel. What I'll try to do is to insert the new bump stop on the old top area of this boot and try to stitch the boots in, possibly like so. Wow, not bad. The customer is aware of this. The customer did try everything in I2 to find a solution for this. This is the only way, okay? Now here on the shocks you have the top mount, you have left and right, okay? Yeah, you have to see that. And up there on the car, if you see, you have on the right you have 2 holes. So on the right side you have, on the back side of the car, you have 2 holes that you have to line up, okay? So this one points to the interior of the car, these 2 are square with the body of the car, and then you have this this pin. It has a lot of grease because of corrosion, okay? And you have to clock it so you have everything lined up. Already did that, okay? I have here the clamps that help me out to do so, and I have this marking over here that corresponds kind of to that line on the shock, okay? This is for the left side of the car, okay? Now for the right side I have to do the same thing. I thought maybe at first that this cut over here corresponded with the rubber itself, but it will not, unfortunately. So that is not very difficult to understand. You just have to adjust it before assembling it, okay? You get it right. It's not that hard, it's just the way it wants to go. Like your glove. You have to insert one at a time, okay? Not the two. Because now the subframe has to come here a bit, like this way, to make space for that. Look at this big washer, small screw, small bolt, that is. And here we have it. Now the subframe up all the way. Before that I have to insert the drop links. I already did a video how to do that. I also will insert new bolts for the subframe. They are still available from factory. Maybe a dash of anti-seize here on the threading will be for the best. So as you can see, it's already in place. I took my time to glue out all of those plastic lamps and the supports that it has in brackets that it has on underneath. I used the two-component glue, a very high quality one. Now we have to pass through this seat belts through here, and also we have to insert those what's it called, the studs to the holes. In there you can see very well over there. Okay, don't forget to insert here the buzzer connector, and we have also here the connector for the center stoplight and also for the remote control. So just like we removed it, you want to insert it the same way. Okay, two hands. Okay. Need a third hand. Someone? Anybody? No? Now here on the trunk, do the 10mm nut over there and there. Don't forget that you have a cap over here to protect your hands when loading and unloading the cargo area. I have two missing over here. Where are they? So the partial tray over there, this partial shelf, has a clip over here that goes over here, I believe. No, it does not. On some cars it has. I have another 166 over there. I'm doing the same job, it has a clip. So this one does not have. So you have to be aware of that. So put this in place. This Alcantara is very, very, very bad, but the customer does not want to deal with that right now. I will just ask for a very good cleanup. You cannot use a vacuum on this, because if you do, it will be very, very bad. So basically you want to insert all of the clips in place and get it done. Oh, my droga. It's not good. E para finalizar, this is the high frequency receptor. It goes over there on a hole. It is broken. It is always broken, but it still can be held down in place. Okay. Like this. Now it goes into the hole. This is the antenna. Okay. Goes like so. Now you can try to put something over here, whatever you want to try to put here, and so it does not rattle. The cable itself will end up absorbing some of the shock, but whatever. Okay, let me see what I can do over here. So a big washer over here, the normal one over there, it does not budge. Now for the brake light. This is the same brake light as it is on the 156. As you can see, I have several over there, and for that I do have a video how to replace the light bulbs. Now is the time to freshen up that this light. Okay, it's very easy to do, mainly because you have it on your hand. Okay. So you have to connect the connector over there, just like on the 156. Make sure all of the lights are working. You can turn it like this and see on the driver's side if they work, because sometimes fiddling with that they can stop working. As you can see, one is missing. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so 6 7 from the cable side, or 5th from the other side. Now the back seat over here has these holes over here where they hook up over here, here and here, okay? So you want to hook it up like this and then bolt up on the lower side, okay? Aha! On these cars, on the Lancy Kappa and some more, do not put your knee or leg on the center tunnel because it has a plastic cover where the cables for the handbrake go and it will break. This one was already broken, and I know that it is very sensitive because I had a Lancy Kappa and I broke mine with my knee. Nice. Okay. Here you go. Here you go. So this is my way of doing this job over here. I've done it several times, and it appears to be, to me, the best way possible without damaging anything and watching everything as it should, like the third stoplight over there. I'm waiting for the light bulbs for that, and then I put the clip, the final clip here on the video, okay? Or at this point you already saw the final clip of that, okay, of the third stoplight. And that's it, guys. That is it. Awesome car, very nice. This is the 3.2 one. Very cool. See you next time, guys. Bye.